Hi everyone. Today I'm going to talk about the present and present continuous in Egyptian Arabic. This is a bit different from MSA, Modern Standard Arabic. I'm going to say how different, but I'm not going to talk about the tenses in MSA, only in the Egyptian spoken Arabic. Now in MSA, to eat is يأكل. The way to say this in Egyptian Arabic is يأكل without the sound that we refer to by using the number 2. And the present continuous of this verb in Egyptian Arabic is بيأكل. So we add the letter B before يأكل. It becomes the present continuous, the state of continuing to do something. So this is almost always how we use the present tense in Egyptian Arabic. We rarely say يأكل, except in like 3 cases I'm going to tell you about. I'm going to talk about this one at the end of the video, but right now we will focus on this tense, the present continuous. First, let's revise the pronouns, because as you know from previous videos, verbs change according to the pronoun. So the word for I is أنا, he, هو, she, هي, they, هم. أنا, it will be أنا باكل, I am eating. هو بياكل, هي بتاكل. Sorry about my handwriting, hope you can read it. هما بياكلوا. As I always say, it's not very complicated, it's just something that you need to get used to. I don't think I mentioned this before. Of course, I'm writing from left to right because I'm writing in Franco, but if I was writing in Arabic, I would write from right to left. Now let's try another verb. For instance, to drink. The verb to drink is يشرب. Again, this is how we pronounce the word يشرب in MSA. So it's يشرب. If we were to say this in Egyptian Arabic, it's يشرب. So an E instead of an A. And again, the present continuous starts with the B. بيشرب. So أنا بشرب. هو بيشرب. هي بتشرب. هما بيشربوا. Can you notice the similarities in the pronouns in each verb? Like the T for the female pronoun she. بتاكل, بتشرب. And the O at the end for the plural they. Another verb, for example, is to buy. So again, in MSA it's يشتري, in Egyptian يشتري. For present continuous it's بيشتري. So أنا بشتري, هو بيشتري, هي بتشتري, هما بيشتروا. The next verb is to love or to like. In many cases, it's the same meaning in Egyptian Arabic, especially if we're talking about a specific thing like an activity that you love to do, or, for example, a book that you love to read. So the Arabic for to love is يحب. In MSA we say يحب. In Egyptian Arabic we say يحب. And for present continuous it's بيحب And for the sound H, we use the number 7. أنا بحب. هو بيحب. هي بتحب. هما بيحبوا. Again, there's no standard spelling in using Franco. So whatever the way you pronounce the word, you write it in Latin alphabets. But again, I'm going to stress here the similarities in the female conjugation of the verb. So بتحب, there is a T, and there is an O at the end of the verb. So I just realized that أنا بحب is more like I love to rather than I'm loving something. So أنا بحب is I am loving, as in I'm loving this t-shirt, for example. Now there are verbs in Egyptian Arabic that are very different from MSA. Like, for instance, to make. In MSA it's يصنع. In Egyptian Arabic it's يعمل. We rarely ever use the word يصنع. So I'm going to write down a few examples of this. So this is the verb to make, يصنع. In Egyptian Arabic it's يعمل. Another verb will be to go. In MSA it's يذهب. In Egyptian Arabic it's يروح. So you see the difference is almost very drastic. It's almost like a different language. Another verb would be to cry. In MSA is يبكي. In Egyptian Arabic is يعيط. And also to come is يأتي أو يجي. In MSA, in Egyptian Arabic, it's يجي. Can you guess which pronoun I'm using to write all of these verbs? It's the he pronoun. In Arabic, it's the standard. When you're talking about the verb as in the infinitive form, like to make, to go, we use the pronoun he, so يعمل, يروح, and so on. So this form is the standard present tense form of any verb in the MSA. But in Egyptian Arabic, there's almost no distinction between the two. But there is a few cases when you need to say the words as in يشرب, يأكل, يشتري, يحب. This present tense form يأكل almost sounds like the infinitive form of the present tense. But of course the infinitive in Arabic is a very complicated lesson that you learn to figure out on your own when you're learning MSA. It depends on the number of letters and things that I will not talk about in my videos. Because this channel is, of course, all about the Egyptian dialect. But to give you an example of what an infinitive means in Arabic, so if the present tense of the to eat is يأكل, the past tense would be أكل, and the infinitive would be أكل, which is literally the word for food. Food in Arabic is أكل. Verbs in Arabic are the same as nouns in a way, so it's almost like you're saying in English, he is fooding or fooded. Of course, this doesn't make any sense in English, but it does in Arabic. Let's go back to the verbs in present and present continuous. In Egyptian Arabic, we rarely use this form as present tense. We use it in specific situations that I'm going to talk about right now. So, for instance, if you're saying tell him to eat, or if you're saying he must eat, or if you're saying so that he can eat. So the first example would be tell him to eat. قل له يأكل. Never say it as in بيأكل. قل له بيأكل. No, this is very wrong. So يأكل here is the correct usage for the present tense. قل له يأكل. He must eat. لازم يأكل, so that he can eat. عشان يأكل. These are almost the only situations that I can think of right now where you can use the present tense form يأكل, يشرب, يشتري, يحب. Other than that, it's almost always بيأكل, بيشرب, بيشتري, بيحب. To help you remember, this form can never come alone in a sentence. So قول له يأكل, لازم يأكل, عشان يأكل. Except, for example, if it's a dialogue and someone is saying, if he wants to eat, so be it. يأكل. However, this can only come in a dialogue. If you want to say that someone wants to do something and the other person is saying, okay, so be it. So you can use the present tense form يأكل as a one-word answer. Another funny verb I forgot to tell you about is to read. And I will tell you why it's funny in a moment. But first, let me tell you how to say it in Egyptian Arabic. To read in present tense is يقرأ. In Egyptian Arabic, we pronounce it يقرأ. Present continuous is بيقرأ. And the reason why this is funny is because when we add the pronoun أنا, and we want to say I am reading, it becomes أنا بقرأ, which is also the same word for cow. So I am reading can also mean I am a cow. So try to avoid saying this if you can. This is a tip if you want to speak exactly like Egyptians speak. Usually avoid saying this sentence. So أنا بقرأ, هو بيقرأ, هي بتقرأ, هم بيقروا. That's it for now. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. See you in the next video, and of course if you have any suggestions for topics that I haven't talked about yet, please tell me and I will make sure to talk about it in other videos.